Hey guys, welcome back to the show. Today is November 9th, 2021, and the news is brought to you by Analogue Spotlight, a group of photographic retailers and manufacturers who have joined together to support analog photographic media and help keep analog photography thriving worldwide. The brands are Cameradactyl, Kosmo Foto, Chroma cameras, Raveni Labs, RealitySoSubtle, Intrepid cameras, Pixl-ltr, Brooklyn film camera, ONDU cameras, standard cameras, 20th century cameras, Pictoriographica, Analogue, Wonderland, Cinestill, large format camera store, Carmencita film lab, RH Designs, Ars Imago, and Alvandi cameras. Alvandi has joined the club, is a camera manufacturer from Iran, does top-notch quality 6x9, 4x5s, 5x7, and so on. Very technical cameras. I actually really would love to one day test one at least, because they are down my alley. But yeah, new sponsor. So thank you, Alvandi, for joining the club. Then let's start with the news. We have Lomography. I made a video yesterday about my opinion on Lomography and what it could mean for the film market. You can go watch it. It's, you know, the usual opinion video, 11 to 12 minutes, me blabbering about film. But Lomography's launched a new batch of Metropolis film. And funny enough, I hadn't really checked all the details yesterday, but it seems that they've improved the color rendition of Metropolis. As you know, Metropolis film used to be pretty apocalyptic color-wise, or the color gamut almost looked like apocalyptic. And now I was looking at it, it looks quite better. It looks like a mix between Metropolis and like Portra. So it looks like they're slowly improving Metropolis, and this last batch might be one that I'll pick up myself, because I wasn't so a fan of that previous washed out color, but this one looks quite interesting. Then they also launched last week the Turquoise, the film, but it's pre-order. Metropolis, by the way, is already available, and or it's going to be shipped in December, which is in a couple weeks. The Turquoise, though, is going to be delivered in summer 2022. So make sure you understand that when you're ordering this film, it's not shipping today or tomorrow or next month. It's shipping basically in 6 months. So just bear that in mind. And also they usually sell out. So just check in case you wait a little too long, it might be too long. Then talking about film and color film, there's been a few people leaving comments in the news, which I do read and sometimes, well, barely reply. Nowadays I don't have the time like I did before, about Ferrania doing film color, someone beta testing film color for Ferrania. Well, I reached out to Ferrania and I asked them, hey guys, is anything coming out? Is there some beta program that I'm not aware? Because these things happen and I'm not always aware. And I'm aware right now of a few beta things, which I can't really say much. So actually testing one of them. And basically, they said that no, there's no color film from Ferrania. They're long way from their future. And whoever is claiming to be testing Ferrania color film and even selling some, it's all fake and old stock at the most. So beware of scammers and people that say they're doing things which they shouldn't be doing. And usually beta testers and so on don't go around groups claiming that they do, just in case. And I will post a thing from the email. I cut off the name of the guy I talked to and so on just for privacy reasons, but it is officially from Ferrania. Then we have Polaroid releasing a Pepsi 600 camera, and it's officially Polaroid. This seems to be Polaroid working with retrospec, which usually bring analog or old technology back into the modern day. And in this case, they're doing the Polaroid 600 with Pepsi. So it's a licensing with Polaroid with new housing. It's an old model Polaroid 600 with new housing and Pepsi logo. So if you want to get one, there's a few available at Retrospect website, which is linked below. Then My Fun Leader, our favorite horrible naming company, at least in my opinion, the G lens, the Contax G lenses, the Carl Zeiss 45mm conversion is now available in silver. So you can convert your 45mm Carl Zeiss G lens to Leica M in silver and in black, just in case that goes down something that interests you. Also, we have bad news about Zyntax. As you know, Zyntax has been a Polaroid back for the RZ67. It's being tested by a bunch of fellow YouTubers. Very popular. I have a few friends that have bought it and have very good results. It seems like Zyntax Instagram account has been vanished for some reason that we don't know. He's tried to create new accounts, also vanished. He reached out to me. He is finally releasing a website, which is something I requested from him months and months ago, because it's much easier to tell people about a website and you're not, in the hands of algorithms and corporations so much. So he's made a website and he is going to fulfill all the orders he had from back in the Instagram game. But just in case you want to ask what's going on with my order, reach out to him. The website is probably the best one. I left the link below. Then this is a company that I've been seeing a few times on Instagram that I haven't posted on the news yet. Seems to be darkroom equipment by someone called Alexander Kitrikov, and I'm probably saying that name horribly. But it seems to be darkroom equipment, so print washers, film washers, and so on for the darkroom. So if you're someone that likes doing stuff in the darkroom and you know how expensive film washers are and print washers, maybe there's something that you're interested in, and maybe it's a cheaper alternative to other companies. There are a few that do print washers and stuff like that. So if you want for me to cover that, I could. Kiensley is one of them, but I used to have the no new news section, which were not new things, but maybe you hadn't heard of. Let me know if you guys want to hear more about that section, maybe bring it back into the news and do like every week something that I think is interesting in the film community that maybe not everybody knows about. Then we have Heiland electronic new drying cabinet. Seems like he's refurbished his drying cabinet. I thought it was already available, but it is around 950 euros, so it is not cheap, but a drying cabinet for film, if you're a heavy user or a small lab, is very, very useful. Then we have an update from Raveni Labs, which is basically still going ahead with this Spotmeter that he launched on Kickstarter. He's done a software update, which he's updated on the first 25 light meters. Seems that he's done some manual card clarity. That must have been something that was a little confusing on the manual. Some battery contact issues, which is also now double checking on some of the light meters that were shipped. Didn't have this checking, so now he's checking everyone. And then he's still growing on his Raveni Labs headquarters. I've been talking to Matt. He's basically heads on creating these light meters. He gave me the number of how many he has to make, and he's going to be very, very busy for a long time, which is very good for Matt, as he's a small creator, a small company, and I really encourage this kind of people making things in the community is what we really need. Yes, big players are important, but small players are also going to be very, very important in the future. So yeah, that is the news for this week. As always, thank you to the sponsors. Thank you Alvandi Cameras for joining the sponsors. Thanks for everybody for watches. And if you have any information, please leave a link. Please send an email to the email below, and see you next week. Bye.